good can come of this. We have endured peace for long enough. If these dark tidings take root, then no one will be safe.
The world is changing. Ever since the tremor, the simmering forces of darkness are stepping out into the light. Old powers, long forgotten, have reawakened, twisting flesh and soul alike, and corrupting our world. Reforging ancient pacts and bestowing new gifts. And they're growing stronger.
Welcome to the Stronghold. What has brought you and so many other people here is the cataclysmic event known as the Tremor. Trifling factions seeking to expand power as a result of the Tremor. The Orcs of Fellowship are made up of savages practicing slavery and pillaging. They are essentially the Viking faction of the region we inhabit. At the gates of the stronghold, Orcs gather, preparing to turn siege to assault. From the cliffs overlooking the north part of the stronghold, they gather to call forth storms to ravage the good people of the stronghold. Infiltrating behind their camp and fighting our way through countless assassin shamans and pyromaniac orcs, the players will confront the leader of the siege, Warlord Brog. He will flee from players at 80% HP, but we give chase and corner him upon the peaks of the cliff overlooking the stronghold. Near to his death, Brog will tell us there will be others. Pursuant to investigating further, the players follow leads to the Uruk market, a black market for slaves and weapons of war. The inhabitants of this terrible place are the beastmen and orcs. Quote, in the heart of the Uruk markets, the goatmen barter lives for orcish promise of enchanted steel and dark sorcery. Beneath the noise of trade, something far grimmer moves. The orc clans prepare their captives for sacrifice. Their rituals meant to rouse the demon god Baphomet from his slumber within the forsaken demon brand ruins. End quote. The orcs' involvement in slave trade isn't for labor, but for pawns in their sacrifices, and they will draw alliances with the beastly goatmen. And after dispersing the market's inhabitants and interrupting the deal in the center of the market, the boss's final words to us will be, "You may have stopped us here, but more deals are being made across the jungle." A harrowing warning of what is to come.
You might free these slaves, but more deals are being made across the jungle.
We learn what we need to know and move on to the Heart of Tazari. The Heart of Tazari is the second full-length dungeon of the game, acting as the capstone for the Adept League. It will test the players on their ability to react to mechanics interrupted path efficiently. In ancient times, 100 holy martyrs crafted a special blade for impaling the demon lord Baphomet. This turned him to stone, but an Uruk leader known as the Prophet Ezrath leads the Uruk into the ruins, offering blood and prayer to awaken the demon once more. Quote, blood rituals light the night sky, sacrifices scream across ancient altars, and beneath it all the demon's body begins to stir. This is no temple, no fortress, this is the heart of corruption, and it is beating again. End quote. The players will kill the gatekeeper, progress and kill the living force that has overgrown the temple, and finally slay Ezrath in a brutal two-phase fight. The Orcs of Fellowship are zealots of dark old gods or demons, and while this spells the end for the Uruk plots at the moment, it is not the last we will hear of the Orcish kind, because the Ransack of Drakheim is the fourth and final full-length dungeon of the game at the time of recording this. It acts as the capstone dungeon for Paragon in the Gatekeeper of Eternal. There are no adventure dungeons to act as a prelude to Ransack of Drakheim, but the dungeon tells us a lot about this clan of orcs. Further north in the Uruk clans, the Bleakfrost orc clan spills blood and spreads carnage for their own drowned god. Quote, far in the frostbitten north, the port of Drakheim howls with war cries. Bleakfrost orcs surge across frozen shores, enslaving the weak and spilling blood in the name of their drowned god. What was once a peaceful harbor shared by the Eldrin and humans now serves as a sacrificial altar to the abyss. Dark omens gather above the sea, the tide rises red with sacrifice, and the chants of the bleak frost echo through the ruined streets. If the ritual completes, the depths will awaken, and the god beneath the waves will claim the coast in hunger and ice. So far, that is all we know. Thanks for watching.